Hi Pete, I'm here at 119 Otsego Avenue in Mission Terrace, listed at 1.45, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,771 square feet. I'll just first start off and I'll tell you right off the bat it's not going to work based on the garage specs, so I'll show you that here in a second. I did want to just use the opportunity for another video because the inside of the house, the layout is pretty funky and wonky. I kind of figured that from the pictures, but again, this is why we do the video, so just verify that. Neighborhood checks out. I don't think I'll spend too much time outside just because this isn't going to work, but I did again want to just point out some of the wonkiness, more so so that I can get your feedback on if it's some of these things are acceptable or not for the future. So first thing is this, I think I mentioned this in the posting or in the listing itself, but although this garage access is private, getting your cars through here is a little bit unconventional because you'd have to kind of drive through this little alley, dirt road, and then manually open this gate to get to the private garage. So good that it's private, bad that it's just awkward to get in. So this carport's pretty large. You can fit definitely 3 cars. This is deep, but although the agent said that this was 7 feet tall and 7 feet wide at a minimum, laser measuring at the base of this garage door here, it shows 6 feet 7 inches, so not enough clearance on the height. Plus you've got this arm here in the way, and the garage door engine, and then this pipe, which actually maintains the same, roughly 6.5 feet. So even though you can move this pipe up, I think there's nothing you can do about this garage door because right above it is the framing of the home. So not going to work out. But did want to point a couple things, again, for your comfort level. This was built in 1913, so it's old home. Not great to see a huge foundation crack like that, although this is a giant slab, more than just piers. The house upstairs does have some sloping in the floors. This is relatively flat, so not a huge concern, but you can definitely notice it. There's some kind of leak that was here, so not really a good sign to see that. So you can see the staining, etc. Just pointing out some red flags, but so right off the bat, you can see the garage isn't going to work, and then the house itself is just really weird layout. So this is an addition, and you've got one room down here, and then this little laundry room, and then this really tiny claustrophobic bathroom. So this is the addition downstairs. They may have used this as a rental. So we'll go up to the main part of the house. So we've got this separate kitchen with new floors, but old countertops, and I pointed out this probably will hover around the asking price just because of how much cosmetic work needs to be done. So this is the nicer part, I would say, because of this new flooring. Doesn't look to be that high of quality. Yeah. I believe this is either engineered hardwood or engineered hardwood. So a lot of sunlight in this room. So this is room number 2. And then here's a finished bathroom. So looks like whoever was here was starting to renovate, but didn't get very much of it done. So you got the kind of 1.5-ish room downstairs. You got the second one right here. And then this big door here probably was used to close off, maybe as the rental. I can tell this part here was also an addition. This is the hookups for the laundry here on this side of the unit. And this is just access to outside, so that's kind of wonky in itself. Here you've got the kitchen. You get a refrigerator in here, and then this is going to be a very narrow hallway, but we're going to now move into the part of the home that wasn't untouched, and this is the original hardwood floor. You can see evidence of prior leaks, stains on the hardwood. This can be refinished. You just want to make sure that whatever the origin of that leak was, and again, this is built in 1913, so over 100 years old, so not surprising. There's going to be some weathering, but this is where I feel you can kind of see it just looking straight on that the floor is uneven. It's kind of sloping. Right? It's not any particular area that's significant, but you can definitely feel it. So this house is moved. Again, not a big surprise being here for so long. Every house is going to have some settlement after it's built over time. So this is the front door right here. So I'm kind of doing this backwards because I started with the garage, but this is your front. So nice street away from the freeway, unlike the last couple that we've looked at. So you can see here, this is kind of like a mud room, and we're walking in right into this living room. And then this is, I guess, room number 3 now, which is a very awkward configured room because you've got entry from near the front door, and then you also have a door here, so it could be convenient, but you basically could use this as a living room, because over on that side, or sorry, a family room, because this could be your formal dining room, and then this could be your living room, which are all kind of small, and then here is could be a family room or a bedroom. So we'll call that room number 3, and then here's room number 4. So the rooms are actually small. There's no real official master, which is the issue. And I think I may have pointed that out in the Chester property. So here's another bathroom. So I apologize because, even just walking through this house, it's kind of like disorganized and all over the place, and that's kind of how the layout feels. For it being close to 2,800 square feet, I would say, it's optimized for non-usable space because the rooms are small, and it's like walkways, and here you go, and here, and this is kind of a living room. So it's just, in some ways, a very confused layout. And that's what happens when, if you start building on a house, which they did with the addition, without thinking through the practicality of where things are placed. Sometimes people just like to add because they have square footage, and oh great, I'll just add more space, but a lot of it ends up being not practical, and this is one case. One thing that the agent did say is that up there is the attic, and that is actually a giant attic. At one point, it was enough space up there for the kids' playroom, so again, more square footage. So there could be some value here, but you'd have to put in a lot of work, not just the cosmetic, but even structurally to make this a decent layout. And I'm not sure that that's something that you're going to want to do, especially at this price point. Okay, so again, this was just more of an example to kind of walk through a confused layout, because again, that's part of the reason why this video has come in handy without. You can see pictures, and that doesn't always tell the story about, some of the red flags pointed out, the flooring, sloping, the leak in the garage, etc. And then also just to get a better feel for the actual layout. Okay, let me know if any questions. We'll keep on the search, but it looks like there's some inventory trickling in, and then after the Super Bowl should pick back up to a little bit higher level. All right, thanks, Pete. Talk to you soon. Bye.